Hello students, I hope all are fit and healthy at your home. Today we are going to study Chapter 3 Civics and Citizens. Today we will discuss on these 4 topics. What is civics? Civic sense, citizenship, duties of a good citizen. So, before starting the chapter, I want to tell you the theme. Responsibilities of a good citizen. Responsibilities of a good citizen is already in your chapter 4, which I'll explain you in next class. But I'm going to give you a few examples of responsibilities of a good citizen. A good citizen helps to the people of the country and respect laws formed by the government. Now present days, everybody knows that the coronavirus disease spreading in all over the world. So, government made rules and regulation for preventing from coronavirus disease. First, cleaning of hands using alcohol-based sanitizer or soap and water. Covering the nose and mouth with the mask. Avoiding close contact with anyone that has a fever and cough. Avoid touching your face, eyes or nose. If a citizen follow these rules and regulations, then he or she is a good citizen. Let's move on our next topic, civics and citizens. The term civic and citizen both are derived from the Latin word civics, which meaning a citizen. A citizen is a person who lives in a city or a country. Our next topic is civic sense. Before explaining this topic, I am going to tell you a story. Naira. Naira is the name of a girl. Just imagine, Naira is the name of a girl. Naira's school is nearby, so she always walks to her school. Now one day while she is going to school, she noticed a blind man who was trying to cross the road. Now because of busy traffic and lots of honking, the old man getting really nervous. He was not able to cross the road. Naira also saw that many people were crossing the road, but none of them was concerned about the old man. None of them was really helping him to cross the road. Now, seeing the helpless blind man, Naira realized her responsibility and she decided she will help the blind man to cross the road. So, what she did to do? Well, she waited for the lights to turn red so that all the vehicles stopped, and then she helped the blind man cross the road. Definitely, the blind man was very thankful to her. So what we see from this story? We see that Naira understands her responsibilities towards the society. She always follows the rules. What do we call this behavior? This is the behavior which expected from all of us. And this behavior is called civic sense. Yes, this behavior is called civic sense. Civic sense. The duty of an individual towards the society is called civic sense. It includes keeping roads, streets and public places clean, the following a set of rules established by a law. Civic sense suggests us that we should always maintain a peaceful environment at public places. We should be disciplined and careful not to disturb others. Proper civic sense means standing in a queues and avoiding pushing the elbowing in crowded places. It also includes caring for public as well as private properties. We can learn various kinds of civic sense in schools and at home. Separatism, vandalism, intolerance, racism, road race, etc. All are examples of lack of civic sense. Absence of civic sense in a society leads to a lot of problems. Proper education helps to encourage civic sense among children. Separatism means separatism, the advocacy of practice of separation of a certain group of people from a large body on the basis of ethnicity, religion, or gender. Vandalism means vandalism, the crime of destroying public property. Intolerance, intolerance, unwillingness to accept views, beliefs, or behavior that differ from one's own. Racism, the belief that some races of people are better than others. Road rage, road rage, sudden violent anger provoked in a motorist by the actions of another driver. Now the next topic, citizenship. The status of a person recognized under the law established by a sovereign country is called citizenship. Thus, the citizens of a country must be loyal to their country. They must discharge their duties honestly. Let's move on our next topic, duties of a good citizen. First, voting in elections. It is important for all the citizens of India to vote. In a democratic country like India, all citizens who have completed the age of 18 years have the right to vote. Government elected on the basis of the election is responsible for governing the country. Thus, every citizen must understand a candidate's position and qualification before casting his or her vote. Second, paying taxes. Taxes are the financial contribution people make for living in a civilized society. Money collected by taxation is used by the government for carrying out various welfare schemes. For example, the enforcement on defense, protection of property, economic infrastructure, public works, subsidies, etc. Third, awareness. Awareness. As responsible citizens, we must be aware of each and every decision taken by the government. All the citizens of our democratic country have right to accept or oppose the decision taken by the government in a peaceful and just manner. Being a good neighbor. The people who live near our house are called our neighbors, which we already taught in the previous class. All neighbors in a locality form a neighborhood. It is a good to have neighbors. Children in a neighborhood play together. They help each other in studies. They celebrate festivals together. Good neighbors help one another in time of need. We are dependent on our neighbors for many services. We should all be good neighbors. A good neighbor is helpful and friendly, does not disturb his or her neighbors, keep his or her neighborhood clean, takes care of old people, disabled and poor people. Now, this exercise, tick the correct option, fill in the blanks, true, false and matching. You have to solve these 4 in your book. And the question number 5, answer this question. All the question answer you have to solve in your SST notebook. And this, let's do and learn. You have to solve this also in your book. Thank you.